Alright, so what's good, boys? I'm just gonna be taking you through kind of like a little evening of, the exact things that I pretty much do every single day to actually get me to the point where I'm exactly at right now. Life is actually crazy, depending on how crazy you guys want to actually make it. But it's a pretty cloudy day today in Miami. I'm gonna get everything kicked off pretty quick with this video. I do have a quick meeting that I do actually have to attend to. So we're about to do that right now. It's 5:08. Then I also have a bunch of other work plans for the day. I have a new product that I'm running up right now for organic dropshipping. If you guys don't know exactly what I do and if you guys are actually new to my channel. So I'm gonna have to get on a call in a little bit with my creator that I'm actually working with for this product. And then I have to edit all the content that he's gonna send over to me. I'm gonna pretty much just walk you through the process of, exactly what I do and what you guys can do as well. If, you guys are actually scaling up to the point with your organic dropshipping products where you guys do actually need creators onboarded onto your product. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process, the whole way that you guys are actually going to structure it, and just give out a ton of free sauce throughout this video, not just with that, but also with just any type of lifestyle stuff. And of course, I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions. Did just post a poll on my Instagram, so I'll just be going over all those questions with you guys. But like I said, do have to hop on this meeting right now. I think I'm literally a couple minutes late, but let's get it. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, brother? How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome, bro. I know that you're super committed with everything, that's going on right now. And, that's step number one into, actually doing anything that actually, takes a bunch of risk in life, So
Definitely.
Good job for that, bro. Re-add some of the things, that were super important for, just pretty much everybody to kind of go over with, just so you kind of have a better understanding of, exactly what to do whenever it comes to, actually, starting and scaling your store. So
definitely.
you can kind of see where all the group calls are announced. There's usually 2 to 3 group calls every single week. We actually have the next group call tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely make sure you join that, because there's, a lot of sauce that's dropped inside of there. Not just for you to learn, but, also for the other students. Maybe you don't have any questions to ask, but maybe another student, inside of the program asks something. And, it could help you out with your situation, or maybe something that's going to be upcoming for you, because of course, everybody's at a different experience level when it comes to this, when they actually join. Some people are complete beginners. Some people are, actually experienced with, doing this. So obviously you're going to be kind of getting a bunch of different viewpoints from every single person. And it'll kind of just, help you progress much quicker. Some people have ran up a bunch of products. Some people haven't yet, So, definitely at all levels, you're going to learn something from each different person that does ask something. And it'll kind of just, void out, future question that you may have for me or something like that.
Doing more research on it, and I really thought that this would be the way to go if I were to do dropshipping.
Yeah, 100%. We're also, with your experience level, I'll definitely make sure I kind of suit everything for you specifically. Because obviously, the whole point of you actually joining this is so, I can help you get the quickest results possible and kind of just, cater everything towards you, like tasks for you to do, so you could actually, get to the point where you want to be and, hit those actual goals that, you told me and Aiden about.
I'm really looking for it. I know, like you said, this isn't like a make money fast, so I'm ready to grind and ready to work through all of it.
That, bro, perfect. I'm glad to hear that. That's definitely, the mentality that you need to have, not even just for business itself, but going into anything, If you want to succeed with anything, of course, you got to put the time and you actually have to put the effort into it, even past all the failures. Because once you push past those failures, obviously, you're going to see something, whether if that's progress or results. So always keep that in mind. Be patient always, because obviously, some things aren't going to work out the way that you want it to, especially, when you are doing this. So you kind of just really have to, have that patience and have, that strong mentality that you were just kind of talking about, you're ready to get into this, you're ready to crush it and stuff like that. So always remember that, it's not going to come quick. Obviously, if it was easy for everybody and everybody was making money with it, obviously, people would be succeeding. Everybody would be succeeding. But, there's only a selective amount of people. And those are the people that, 1, stay patient, and 2, actually learn from their mistakes and put in the effort. And those are the people that always win. So definitely always remember that, bro.
Sure, thank you for that. That sounds really insightful.
Of course.
And I do ask, how long have you been doing it, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, bro. So I've been doing this for the past 4, almost 5 years now. Kind of started this back in 2020, pretty much right when COVID hit. I wasn't doing organic specifically at the time. I was kind of doing something called influence marketing. So I would pay an influencer on Instagram for a story promo, promoting my products, throw them a little ad video. Barely a year later after that, back in 2021, That's actually when I found out about organic. I kind of just saw someone posting a product on TikTok as I was just casually scrolling, and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of like what I used to do, but they're doing it for free, getting organic traffic to their store, and they had like millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much exactly what I did. Found the product on Amazon, ordered it in, and started making videos with it like in the next several days. And right before I started making videos, that's when I quit my job as a janitor at a grocery store. I'm sure you know this infamous story,
Yeah.
but
I did.
yeah, that's pretty much just what happened. And literally, that with that first product, I guess I would say it was kind of luck, but obviously I had a little bit of skill with content back then, so I wasn't just going straight off of luck. So that month, right after I quit my job, did $20,000 that first month. And then,
Wow.
obviously I didn't find the next winning product for, several months later. So it's not going to be like, you're constantly running back to back winning products. Even myself till this day, it's not like every single product that I run is going to be a winner. Majority of the products I do run is going to be a winner though, just because I kind of understand it way better than I
Yeah.
did in the past. I understand the criteria. I understand, the types of videos I need to make. I understand how to, exactly sell something towards someone. So obviously it's going to be a much easier process for me now. And then obviously, I'm kind of just passing all that information down onto you as well. So
For
you'll
sure.
be
That's
obviously fast tracking your progress. You're going to be learning a bunch of different things that, you didn't necessarily know before, or else that you could have found out unless if you actually went through with experience. So it's definitely going to save you a bunch of time, and you're going to pretty much just learn, all the ropes that I know.
it's also great to hear that not everything was just a hit. Like it wasn't like a story. Like I know how some people on Instagram, like TikTok, make it seem like, oh yeah, I quit my job and then everything was a hit, everything's good, and then I moved to Miami after like a month. But
Yeah.
like hearing that it takes time,
Yeah,
that's something
bro.
that
Yeah,
it's really
everybody
inspirational.
makes it seem like, it's just, oh, you're able to make money so quick with it. That's not the case, bro. If that was the case,
Yeah,
everybody that got into it would be, obviously printing right now. But, it does
exactly.
take time. It's really just going to be more about, you learning from the actual things that you're doing and you figuring out what your mistakes was. Maybe this video didn't get over 10,000 views. Why didn't it get over 10,000 views? Maybe it hit the wrong targeted audience. Maybe it was the way that your ads were, or maybe it was just the overall general idea of, what the product actually is that you're selling, and that it doesn't fit the criterias that, meets a criterias of a winning product. So there's a lot of different factors coming into this, and you kind of just have to understand that that it's going to be a lot of trial and error until you actually figure, the perfect things out. And, obviously after you figure some things out, you'll kind of have a better understanding of, what to do with the next product that you run, and then going so on and so forth. All right, boys, we are done with the call. As you guys could probably take notes from that call, we did just onboard someone new to the actual team. So I'm super excited to kind of have them on there. We're going to get some crazy results for them. They are a complete beginner. So Sam, if you're watching this, we're going to crush it, brother. But like I said, I do have to do a little bit of work right now before it actually gets dark. But the products I'm running right now isn't doing that great today. Of course, it's still doing a little bit of numbers. It's not doing anything crazy. I cannot leak it just yet. So once I do get that case study video out for it, you guys will see. But right now we're only at about $700 today in sales. Obviously, could that be better? 1,000%. Am I doing 1 to 2K days like I used to? Not right now. Every product is different. You guys always need to remember that. Just because you guys were able to run up something, maybe do $10,000 a month, 20, 30, $40,000 a month with it, does not mean every single product that you guys run after that is going to be a banger. So you guys always have to remember that patience is key. And, you guys just have to constantly test out products over and over and over. And eventually, you guys will hit those numbers again. But like I said, be patient, and you guys will eventually, be able to even do bigger numbers, if not better numbers than, you guys would have ever expected. Of course, patience is really key when it comes to, you actually running something up. And it doesn't have to just go with organic dropshipping. It's every single thing in life. Anything that has some type of value in life, regardless of, let's say, for example, that's you building a great body in the gym. That takes time. So, always remember that every single thing that is good, that has a ton of value, obviously a lot of money would equivalent to a ton of value. It's going to take time to get. Just because you guys did it once does not necessarily mean you guys could continue doing it over and over. So just always trust the process, and, just always look for different ways to improve, because even if you guys think you guys are the best at something, you guys could always be better. So always remember that. But like I said, I have to hop on the phone with my creator real quick. Hopefully today we could end off with doing something around like 1K, 1.2K in sales. It is coming down to the end of the day. It is 6 o'clock right now. I'm not sure if that's gonna focus, but it's 6 o'clock right now. We only have like what 5, 6 hours left of the day, so I'm sure we can at least squeeze another few $100s out of the day. But of course, if we don't, it's okay. We always have every other day to run up some new numbers. Maybe tomorrow, I'll be at $1,000 at the same time of the day. So like I said, you guys always have to be patient. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my creator and I'm gonna kind of just walk through you guys on exactly what you should be telling them as well, so you guys can actually scale your product up to a whole completely different level than if you were recording the product just by yourself. What I need you to do is just continue sending me what you have been sending me. Obviously, I want to keep testing out the camera angles that we have been using, like the transitions and stuff. Don't do that one transition, the one that was kind of ass. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Where
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
one that wasn't really trendy or
yeah,
whatever.
don't only use what works. So obviously you already know what works. Just send me 2 new videos. Can you send me them tonight? Or no? Or tomorrow at least?
Yeah, I can definitely get them to you by tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, send them to me because I have to edit the ones today and then post them because I didn't post yesterday, obviously. And then I have to edit them up and then we're gonna see how those perform. And then obviously depending on how those perform, even though it is a newer product, we have to just keep on running like the same format. Obviously after
Hmm.
like 5 to 10 videos, more likely 10 videos of testing that format, we'll switch to a different format and then we'll see how the next 5 to 10 videos do after that. Maybe test it one more time, another 5 to 10 videos, and obviously if that doesn't do good, then maybe it's just the product that isn't that good, or maybe just the way that it's being shown off. So obviously, I want to test out new backgrounds and stuff like that. Same transitions because obviously that one transition is the one that's actually working, not just for us, but also everyone else that is running something similar to it. So
Yeah.
we have to just test out different backgrounds. Can you record it not in your room? Is there somewhere else where you can?
I can find somewhere to record it.
I mean, the views aren't bad right now since it is a new product, but obviously I want to start hitting those bigger amount of views within the next like several days or so. Where it's just
The
all
next
about putting
five
more
to ten
videos out and
videos.
testing different things that actually work. Because the more stuff that we test, obviously we're gonna know what works. Because everybody's different. Obviously, someone else could film the product, but targeting could be different. The backgrounds are going to be completely different always. So that's why we have to replicate some type of the same background or the same type of concept so we can actually hit those same amount of views. So that's all we need to do. So send me those 2 videos tomorrow and then we'll just go from there and continue pumping out videos.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, soldier. All right, so I posted a little question poll on my Instagram for you guys. So you guys can ask me any question that you guys want. So I'm just gonna go over a few of them with you because, maybe something that someone else asked is gonna, maybe help you out a lot. But before we get in the questions, just check out the view, man. That's like the one thing that I love about Miami. It's just like the views are crazy. Like you can see so far out into the city. You got the water view down there. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm extremely blessed to be in the position that I am in. But yeah, let's go over some of these questions, that you guys do have. Because obviously, there's gonna be a lot of value in, the things I'm gonna be able to answer for you guys. All right, so they hate Jalen asks, before you started, did you have any doubts slash hesitation for not knowing what will happen? And 100%, like anything that you do that's like going to be extremely beneficial to your life, you're always going to have doubt, right? There's not going to be one moment that you do where you're not going to have that doubt of kind of not knowing what will happen. So in this case for me, I quit my job as a janitor working at a grocery store, and obviously I was able to take myself from that point all the way up to this point where I'm exactly at right now. And, of course, there was a lot of doubts and hesitations, that I did because, a lot of people didn't believe in me. And, a lot of people won't believe in, you as well if, your goal is to do something great with your life. So that's why you really have to, stay strong, stay clear headed. And, that's why I think it's so important for everybody to, before they actually get into any type of entrepreneurship, instead of, focusing on the financial things, focus on the main things that, will help you actually get those financial things. So that's going to be things like, building your relationship with God, because obviously, having something like that, I wish I would have had something like that earlier on in my entrepreneur career, because it would have helped me out exponentially on, getting to the next level. Because now I know that, no matter what happens in my life, whether if that's good or bad, everything happens for a reason, and I kind of just have to trust God's plan, right? So obviously that's one of the main premises is that you kind of have to lay down. And then, the second thing is obviously going to be, building up your mental strength, your mental capacity on actually having a strong mindset that, you're actually able to push through anything that comes your way, and, that you could conquer anything that, put your mind to, right? So, if that's, for example, maybe starting that business, obviously if you have a strong mindset, you're going to be able to, conquer those doubts of, you constantly failing, and, you trusting yourself enough to kind of get better in, whatever you're doing, you learning from your situations, learning from your mistakes on, what you could exactly do to, overcome those and actually, get to the next level, which is, should be everybody's goal. And then obviously, you always want to build your mindset up as strong as possible. You have to understand that, there's a bigger picture outside of everything that you want to do. And you kind of just have to understand that there's so many challenges that you're going to face. So you have to think big, and you also have to think realistically as well. And I'm going to break this down a little better for you guys to understand. You guys really just want to, of course, you guys want to have these big goals, this and that. But, the main thing is, you want to shoot for those smaller, realistic goals, but don't necessarily have goals. And what I mean by don't necessarily have goals is don't have your goal be make $10,000 a month like everybody else's. Figure out those systems and, things that you can actually do on a day-to-day basis that could get you to that point where, you're making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And eventually, if you have these systems set in place, for example, with me, right, I do organic drop shipping. If I have these systems set in place, where I'm constantly running new products, I'm testing new things out, I'm learning how to, film my products better, learning all these different things on top of each other, I'm eventually gonna be able to get to a much further position than where I would exactly want to end up if I just only focus about that number goal. Because the number goal is eventually gonna come as long as you focus on the systematic goals. So always focus on the systematic goals, and you will literally be unstoppable with every single thing that you do. And then the very next thing, that will help you actually conquer all these doubts and stuff, by laying down the correct foundations is, going to be building up your physical health, right? So you don't have to necessarily get jacked as possible, when you get into entrepreneurship, but it's mostly going to teach you discipline, being in the gym, doing the hard things that you don't want to obviously do, pushing heavy weight, constantly showing up every day, because, setting those habits in the first place by going to the gym are going to translate from you going from the gym over into your business life. And if you have those set up and established, then you kind of conquering anything that happens in your business life is going to be 1,000 times easier when you actually, do go through hard things and when you don't want to show up that day. Because there's going to be a lot of days, even for me still, there's a lot of days where I don't want to show up. But, I showed up for the gym every day for a good amount of time. And even before I actually even started making money, like serious money with, entrepreneurship and, the things I'm doing right now, I was, just focused on the gym and building up my mental health first before I actually ever made, over $50,000 with, any type of business. So obviously, you really want to master those things, and you want to set a strong foundation first before you actually get into the bigger picture and do the exact things that, you want to accomplish in life when it comes to, those financial things and, accomplishing, anything that requires a financial decision. Because if you set everything else I just mentioned as a foundation, you achieving those financial things, whether those are material objects or literally anything, hitting, $10,000 a month or, whatever money goal that you want to hit every single month. Like I said, if you establish those in your foundation first, hitting those financial goals and whatever the case may be, it will be 1,000 times easier to actually achieve, and you guys will see that you guys will be able to progress in your career or your future, your journey much quicker if you guys, have the correct things like laid down first. And the next question is from Humadi.aw. He said, should I invest in myself? And then he put in parentheses, MacBook, etc. 1,000%. You should always invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't invest in yourself, then how do you expect to get better in, exactly, what you want to achieve? Like I was just kind of talking about, about the foundations. All those things are investing in yourself. So you have to invest, as much time as possible into yourself, because you are the person that will take you from here to here. You are the car in your situation, and if you don't have a strong transmission, if you don't have good tires on your car, if your car isn't, if it doesn't have oil change or something like that, it's eventually going to break down. And the car concept is you. The car concept is, you actually having that foundation laid down, and, you doing the right things to make the car a better car. Because, of course, the journey of, let's say a 3,000-mile road trip, what do you need? You need a good car that could take you from point A to point B, if not point Z, the very end point, right? So you have to make sure that you invest in yourself. You have to make sure that you actually put time and dedicate into your personal development, self-development, whatever you want to call it, because that is the only thing that will truly take you from the point that you're currently at right now to the point where you want to eventually get to. So of course, you have to invest time into yourself. You have to invest every single thing you have into yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the only person in your entire life that could actually, get you to the next point. So whether if that's a mentor, right? Invest in that, because it will obviously save you time. You're saving time for yourself, getting you to your goals quicker. Or even if that's something like investing in a better computer, investing in better camera equipment, whatever the thing may be that can help you get to, what you guys actually want to achieve. Maybe a new iPhone or whatever. If you guys are doing organic dropshipping, you want the best quality possible. You have to invest into yourself, because at the beginning stage of your entire journey, you should always think of you have nothing to lose, because right now is the only moment that you have to lose. If you don't take action with what you're doing, how do you expect to change the results that you have right now, right? You can't do the same things over and over and expect different results. So you have to be willing to switch things up, get uncomfortable with the things that you're currently doing, and you guys have to, take that risk and venture out into actually, doing the things that can actually benefit your future. And you guys can't be egotistical about anything. For me, for example, right, I wish I got a mentor earlier on. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, pretty much exactly 5 years now. It will be a couple months till I hit that 5-year mark. But I never got a mentor at the beginning, because I was too egotistical, thinking, I could learn every single thing on my own, watch a bunch of YouTube videos, this and that. Yes, I've made a ton of progress since then. Yes, I've made money. I've learned a lot of things. But at the same time, I've learned all of those things through my experience. I learned all those things by, going through all the trials and errors. And if I could have paid someone out back then to, fast forward my progress a few years earlier compared to, where I'm at right now, 1,000% I would have done that. I would have done that in a heartbeat. So always push off your ego to the side, because your ego will only hold you back from reaching your goals quicker. And the next question that someone asked is, how much do you currently pay in rent in Miami? I want to move there. And this was asked by Carlos M _. And, the answer to this is, I live in Miami. Yes. Nah, take that out. So, and on to the next questions. Yo, what's good?
Yeah, but I don't know what's good with these leads.
And the next question I have is from Carlos M _. And he said, how much do you currently pay in rent in Miami? I want to move there. So obviously, as you guys know, I did just move back to Miami from Arizona. I was living in Arizona for a few months. I didn't like it at all. I don't think the environment was the best, which is obviously why I moved back to Miami. I was living in Miami right before. But right now, since I do not currently have a place to necessarily stay, I'm paying my boy right now to stay at his place, because he's literally not here for the entire month. So I was like, okay, let me just pay your rent or whatever. It's cool with it or whatever. And right now it's $6,000 a month. Obviously, this is the type of view and, every single thing that you could get for $6,000 a month. It's pretty crazy on the inside. Obviously, here is the bathroom and the, some of the bedroom. Don't mind the mess. But obviously, it's a pretty crazy crib. And obviously, me paying someone $6,000, yes, it's a lot of fucking money. But, at the end of the day, I have to be in the environment that, helps me build myself better up, helps me build more character, helps me, with my business relations, everything in that nature. So obviously, sometimes, you're going to have to pay the price, whether if you like it or not. obviously I'm in the position to actually, pay something like $6,000 a month where it actually doesn't affect me at all, since obviously, I am making more than enough money than, to actually cover that. It's only about 10 to 20% of, what I'm actually bringing in every month. Obviously, I'm sure if you guys watched my past videos, stuff like that, you guys kind of have an idea of, how much I am making. But the reason why I did do this compared to, signing a lease right away is because I want to make sure for my next place, it is the best place possible. I don't want to have a place that is, I'm kind of going to be unsatisfied with, especially if I'm living there for a year. And if you guys do live in Miami yourself as well, you guys would know that the market for, real estate and everything in that nature, apartments, it's so competitive that you could literally find one option one day and it could be literally gone the next day. So I kind of just want to wait, another couple of weeks to actually, find that great apartment that, I'm going to be very satisfied with, that's going to fit my needs in the perfect area, the perfect floor plan, every single thing that I actually desire when it comes to moving to an apartment. So obviously I'm going to have to pay the price of, paying a little extra than I usually would in rent or even at an Airbnb. So, I could actually get what I'm going to be satisfied with. But there will be some apartment tour videos that I am actually dropping this week. I have a tour. Today's Tuesday. I have a tour on Thursday. It's an area around here. It has a water view. It's pretty sick, private elevator. And then on Sunday, which is, a little less than a week from now, I have another tour at a place somewhere downtown. Can't say exactly where it's to at because I think I'm going to probably end up going to that place. But it's a fire corner unit, 2 bedroom. It's pretty fire. So yeah, I'm going to go check that out. And obviously, I will be moving in on April 1st, which is, my desired move-in date. So that's a little less than a month from now. So obviously, I'm going to do whatever I can to find the best apartment then. Because honestly, I'm tired of paying, $6,000-$7,000 a month just to actually live here. Obviously, I'd rather pay something like $3,000-$4,000 a month. Probably be more like $4,000 a month, $5,000, which is a little more typical for something like a 2 bedroom. $3,000 is something you could get for a 1 bedroom. You can't really get anything nice that's going to be anything cheaper like that. But yeah, that's how much I'm currently paying right now. Obviously, my expenses are very high, but obviously, my income is high enough to cover that where it doesn't really affect me too much. And the next question, Charlie LSX underscore asks, what do you do if you have no money in to invest in a mentorship program but want to do e-com? So if you have no money to actually invest into a mentorship program and you still want to do e-com, of course, you have to do exactly what I did. I didn't have much money when I started. When I literally started e-com, I literally had maybe like $100, $200 to my name. And the one thing that I did was, go through experience. Experience will teach you a lot. Obviously, this process is going to be very long. You will not make money for the first year because I didn't really make any money at all for the first entire year of me doing this. And obviously, if I would have got a mentor, I would have made money much quicker. But you guys have to understand that obviously it's going to take more time if you don't actually have money to invest into a program or a mentor, because you're going to have to figure out every single thing by yourself. You're not really going to have any help on the back end to kind of figure out exactly, how things work, what exactly to do. And, it's really going to be hard, but obviously a lot of the information that you can find is, going to be free, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be good information, because you don't want to be hearing a bunch of mixed information from a bunch of different people, because if you do that, then you're not really going to know what the fuck to do, right? You're not going to know at all about, for example, if you want to go viral on Instagram or TikTok, or even something like what products to actually sell. So obviously it's going to be a very hard time for you to actually understand and learn every little thing possible. You're probably not going to make any money, honestly, for the first year. It's more going to be an learning experience. So obviously, if you do have the money and you do have, the time to actually, invest into yourself, by all means, go ahead and do that. So now I'm just probably going to get a little bit of deep work done. As you guys know, the deeper you get into any type of business model, there's going to be more work that's going to be required. Obviously, the higher your income is, the more work that you guys are actually going to have to do. So, just be prepared, when you guys are at the lower stages in your business. Of course, there's going to be a lot of work that you guys are going to have to do. But, as you climb up the ladder, the work will be 10 times more. You're going to have so much more stress. So obviously, this is why it's so good that, I mentioned to you guys, start off, your journey by having a strong foundation set. So, the entire process is smooth and you guys don't have to, figure out those, foundation things I discussed, in the questions I was just answering later on in your journey, because these are the things that are necessary to actually succeed, and literally any business that you guys do doesn't have to be what I do. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. You guys need those foundations laid down. But like I said, I'm going to get a little bit of deep work done. I have to edit some Instagram reels and TikToks to actually upload for my product that my creator sent me over. So I'm kind of just going to go over that. I can't exactly show you guys what the product is, so I can't really show this segment of the video. But, you know, once we are hitting some pretty crazy numbers, I'm not really going to care too much about, you know, showing off the product because, you know, I know as myself, no one can, you know, do things better than me. Obviously, there's people that can do better than me, but no one can take exactly what I'm doing and blow it up the same way that I do it. And that's, you know, the confidence that you guys need to have, especially, you know, as you guys are blowing up a product on social media for your organic dropshipping store. So, like I said, we're going to edit these videos, get them uploaded. I'm going to get only one uploaded today. Tomorrow, I need to upload one for the morning, so I kind of have to get those posts scheduled. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'll catch you guys in a second. I think we're going to be going to the hookah lounge later tonight just to chill with some of my boys, you know, and we're going to just chop up a bunch of business conversations. So I'm excited to bring you guys there. But yeah, we are back in Miami's, like I said, and, you know, it's going to be an amazing time. We're going to make a lot of money of here, and then we're going to run up a lot of connections. You know, we're going to blow up some businesses. And, you know, I hope I can walk you guys through this process. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe down below. I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, boys, so we just got back. Unfortunately, I did not get any content of me actually even going to the hookah lounge. I literally Ubered to the hookah lounge, and they told me that I wasn't able to smoke any hookah or whatever because they were closing in like 30 minutes, which doesn't make any sense at all. So I don't know what their problem is. Obviously, if they don't want my money, don't get my money. But yeah, I just kind of want to walk through you with this little evening routine that I kind of had. And, you know, just honestly keep everything, you know, as real as possible with you guys because, of course, at the end of the day, no matter what level you're at, you know, you're pretty much going to be doing the same things that you were doing at the beginning stages of, you know, your entire journey. Nothing much is really going to change. It's really just going to be about the entire process that actually changes and, you know, the way that you guys actually do things. So, of course, you know, you're going to have those 12 to 16-hour work days, you know, whatever the case may be. Maybe some days, you know, you're not going to work as much, but of course every single day, you know, that you're actually grinding and actually putting an effort into, you know, whatever you're trying to, you know, succeed in, you're going to have to constantly put in an effortless amount of hours, you know, into the actual business itself. And especially, you know, like when you guys are, you know, even doing something like I'm doing, organic dropshipping. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this are doing organic dropshipping because that's pretty much obviously, you know, what my entire channel is about. You know, every time you guys start a new product, that is when you guys are going to be putting the most amount of effort, you know, into the actual business itself. But once you guys actually get things starting to roll, you know, once your account's actually going, you know, viral, you know, you have a product that's proven to actually get you views and you kind of have that proof of concept out there, you know, you can actually put just a little less amount of work and still get the same results as if you know, you were putting in these 12 to 16-hour work days. So like I said, there's not really too much that changes throughout the entire process of, you know, you guys actually doing things. It's only going to be a selective amount of things that are actually going to change, which is, you know, pretty much just going to be the process of the, you know, the way that you guys actually do things. But the same amount of time, you know, that you guys put in at the beginning stages, you're still going to have to put that same amount of time, you know, towards the end stages. Of course, you know, if you guys want your income to be capped out, obviously do less work. You know, you could still make the same amount of money that, you know, you were making kind of at the beginning stages. But if you actually want to, you know, constantly scale up your income, you know, to different levels, then of course, you know, you're going to have to be doing the same amount of work and you're going to have to be working from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you guys go to bed. But I hope you guys found some type of value inside of this video. Obviously, you know, it may have seemed like a quicker video, but I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible with you guys, you know, to show you exactly, you know, what my days are like. Because, of course, you know, I've been seeing a lot of you guys comment that, you know, you want to see more about me. You want to see, you know, more about exactly what I do on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, this is what I do. I couldn't get to the point where I'm at, you know, without the constant amount of work that I actually put in. All the hard work, of course, you know, it's always going to go unnoticed. You guys aren't really going to know actually, you know, what happens. Obviously, you know, I could talk about something. I could go over something, you know, educational. I could, you know, teach you guys something, right? That you could, of course, gain a lot of knowledge about and value about. But it took years of experience to actually get to the point where I'm at, right? I used to be a janitor working at a grocery store, deadass making $10 an hour. It was like $10.25. After like 6 months of working there, I literally got only a 15-cent raise or a 25-cent raise, went up to $10.50, and literally I decided to quit my job not too long after that. I was working there for probably about a year, and that's pretty much exactly when I decided to go all in on exactly what I'm still doing to this day, going so on and so forth 3 years later, which is actually crazy to me because I did honestly not think I would still be doing something like this. But of course, I'm doing it at a way higher scale than what I used to in the actual past. So just always remember, every single thing that you guys do in life is possible. Of course, as long as you guys put the actual effort into it, you guys are willing to make sacrifice to actually change your life. Because of course, without that sacrifice that you guys have to make, there's not going to be a reward that you guys will actually get in return. So always remember that, that you guys can't just, continue doing what you're doing and expect different results. You have to give up certain things to actually start to achieving different results. If you want the same life, do the same things. If you want a different life, of course, step out of your comfort zone, take that risk and do different things that, maybe you weren't willing to do a day ago or even a week ago. Doesn't matter what the time frame it is. But of course, you have to be willing to do different things every single day. And, you always have to figure out little ways to improve because, of course, if you are constantly improving yourself, let's say you're getting 1% better every single day for a full year straight, by the end of the year, you're 4 times better. And hopefully, your income that you're making on a monthly basis is also 4 times better. But of course, it's easier said than done. Of course, I could tell you guys all of this, but, in reality, the number one most important thing is actually taking action and getting started with something if you guys haven't started something yet. And of course, be patient. Everything takes time. People think, all this online money stuff, it's a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It takes time. Remember, you guys are actually learning things that any other business applies. So you have to actually be willing to go through all of the hard times, all the trials and errors to, actually make it to the other side of the mountain, which, where the grass is actually going to be greener. But of course, as long as you guys are willing to sacrifice that time and, put in all the effort to see no results, continue doing that and you guys will eventually see results if you are constantly improving and, testing out different things that maybe you guys weren't doing before that didn't get you results. Test out new things. Those things may get you results and it may just get you to that ideal goal that, you guys have been looking to achieve, no matter what that goal was. So that can even be something like a financial goal, or that can even be something like, you buying something nice for yourself, or you doing something nice for someone else. But yeah, boys, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys go subscribe down below. Of course, if you guys did like the video as well and you guys want to see more videos like this, like the video, comment down below as well, what you guys do want to see in the next videos. I'm going to be posting a lot of videos this month. I'm going to go on like a content streak, try to get as much content as possible out for you guys. Without anything else more needing to be said, catch you guys in the next one.